Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. It's a weekend and I was hoping to get into another shot at sealed. Need to build up my card selection of Ravnica Allegiance and all that, but having a few days of questionable internet meant that I'm catching up right now, so I still need a few hundred gems. Let's see if we can cash it in from core 19. So let's take a look and see what we got. So rank draft core set 2019. I'm also hoping I don't drop too low because I'll show you my profile. Profile's not so great. I've been hovering in gold, but I'm hoping not to lose. I would like to win a few games at least, so it's not too bad. So my goal for this set is at least to get 500 gems. So 450. I need at least 4 wins. Okay, doesn't 4 wins is good, 5 wins is great, but doesn't instill that much confidence. So, but that said, let's cash this in. Let's see how well we do. And the rare is not particularly great, so let's start with the no-brainer. That's Murder. It's a shame that we're passing a Vampire Sovereign, but that's okay. I have to assume that white is out of the question given Herald of Fate. Drill Master's okay. Dwarven Priest is okay. So I might be looking into blue. Black red. Black blue is also a possibility. It's got a bunch of instants, but nothing that actually pulls. I guess green is also okay. The only real pulls Elvish Rejuvenator. Shame we're passing a bunch of good black also. So black's in. Probably the minor color. I could use a Detection Tower. It's a nice rare at least. Let's see. Is there any card here that will actually help me win the game? Viashino Pyromancer. I guess I can go aggro. Let's see if this thing wheels. I would like this one to wheel. I'd like to get a copy of that. My other option would be Highland Game. Black-green. If I go black-green, I could take the Druid of Horns. Well, I don't exactly need the Pyromancer. Also didn't pass that. You know what? Let's take the Druid. Let's live a little bit. Okay, where's Declare Dominance? Unfortunately, that's a sorcery. It's interesting though. Rogue Gloves doesn't do much. Our only real removals take Vengeance here. I guess going red would have been slightly better. Hostile Minotaur's okay. I will take the two-headed giant for now. It'll be awful if... Okay, got another piece of... Oh, it's a shame, got another Pyromancer. But I'll take the Rabbit Bite. That's more removal. And it's all dried up, so I'll take the Bog Stomper. I need to have a few playables at least before I start taking out other stuff. I'm hoping one of these two wheel. Pick 6. Okay, the worst cards here is probably the Elemental, Novice Knight, the Walking. There's a chance that this doesn't wheel. If I really wanted to wheel, I will have to take the Talons first. I'm not too keen on it. I'm only 2 green cards in. I'll take Child of Night. Okay, and I guess now I can take the second one. Bristling Boar would be okay too, actually. Let's take the Talons first, or let's take the Talons first. Let's see if we can get something. Okay, we got. It's not the return round yet, so Tornhide Wolves is a good 5 mana drop. Giant Spider's okay. Elvish Rejuvenator helps us get to our higher cost cards. We're not that high yet. Even the Bog Stomper is very questionable. I'm willing to take the Tornhide Wolves first. Or maybe the Giant Spider. Giant Spider at least buys us time to set up our board. Tornhide Wolves is just altogether good. I'll take the Tornhide Wolves for now. And we got the Hired Blade back. That's good. Root Snare. I don't think I'm gonna spend 4 Mythics wildcards on Nexus of Fate anytime soon. Hired Blade. Okay, so we got some decent good 2 drops. I'm willing to take the Highland Game for this. Yeah, let's take the Highland Game. Actually, no. Let's take the Titanic Growth. We have a few decent creatures that we want to keep alive. Let's not take Talarian Scholar. I guess Smelt's a good card. Okay, take another Child of Night. Knight's Pledge or Knight of the Tusk. Let's hate out the Knight of the Tusk. Infectious Horse, the one that came back, so boo. Let's get a Swamp. So we're currently green, black. No, I didn't take any rares yet, and Dragon's Horde doesn't do anything for me. I will take Skeleton Archer, I suppose. Yeah, this one is decent at least. So should I take a? I could take another Archer. I'm a bit concerned that the 4 mana slot's a bit on the high end. Let's take that one. Colossal Majesty helps, but we need to take removal, so we'll take Lich's Caress. I'm hoping the Daggerback comes back, but there's a ton of red here. It's actually quite... Okay, we'll take the Bristling... Okay, despite what I said about us having too many 4-drops, I'm going to take the Bristling Boar. Red is probably the better one. Okay, we do have some payoffs here. We're taking Blanchwood Armor. We're not necessarily more black than green. We have one Titanic Growth already. I will take the Oracle on 5. But we need to look for cheaper creatures. I guess Child of Night Tree is better. And we'll take the Epic... No, Highland Game. We're not tied to the Druid of Horns plan. It's not so much as a plan as in it's like a 1-2. Let's hate out the Fiery Finish. Or I could just take the Macabre Waltz. We do have some decent creatures that we do want to get back. Let's hate out the Fiery Finish. I'm probably not going to run Duress. I could use another copy. I'm more likely to run that than another 2-headed zombie. Catch? No. It's taking the Woodland Stream in case we run into something nice in blue. I doubt it. Same reason to take the Submerged Boneyard. I guess I'll take a Root Snare. And another one down. And, well, I'm not surprised. You know things are really bad if even the bots think that a land is better than Tectonic Rift. Sorry about that. Here we have decent payoff in Gaspar Twins. That's a nice top end. But we didn't get any acceleration. More likely to run Straggling Spores. Again, we did not take any rares at all. Let's take Strangling Spores. If I'm going to take a rare, it's going to be one that I really want. Like Elvish Clan Caller. The only other card I would rather have is Rise from the Grave, but we don't exactly have a discard strategy. Okay, let's just take the Clan Caller so we say we got some value out of this draft. Centaur Courser. Yeah, let's take another Courser. Skymarch Bloodletter, it's a evasive flyer, or another Druid of Horns. Let's see, we barely have much on the 3-drop slot. Our 4-drop slot is overloaded. Let's drop the Infectious Horror first. Let's drop the Bog Stomper. We're probably not gonna play that. I guess I'll take another Druid of Horns. But we have to note that none of the auras came back. Okay, let's take a Foul Orchard here. I guess now we can take the Skymarch Bloodletter. And the Daggerback Basilisk. It's decent enough, and it does fill the 3 slot. Let's take another Talons. I take that over... Well, I guess Plummet can be better. Oh, another Daggerback. So we're gonna have to rethink our... what we have in deck. Infernal Scarring or another Titanic Growth. I don't really like, and not for this deck at least. It's probably better in a black-red deck. I'll take a second Titanic Growth. Let's take this one through. Walking Corpse. None of these are interesting, so I'll just take the land, I guess. Oh, got an Oaken Form, so something to consider. Okay, that's another Titanic Growth. I'm gonna take the Naturalize only because I never really filled that part up. I'm never gonna play the Infectious Horror, so I might as well. So we need to make sure we have a very aggressive 2-3-4 curve. As it is, maybe the 4 slot is a bit too high. We just need to make 4 cuts. So what are the 4 that I would cut? And actually our cuts should be probably 3 non-creatures and 1 creature. So let's see. The Oaken form is okay. We're more green than black, so I'm willing to cut the Oaken. I'm willing to cut the Oaken form. Hard. I'm gonna cut one Child of Night. I might cut the Titanic Growth. And actually I could just cut one Talents also. We're not exactly a full engine here, so okay, if I don't cut Talents, that's 16 and 8. I don't want to go 15 and 8. I really want to cut a non-creature here. I don't want to cut the Titanic Growth. Definitely not the Murder. Clan Caller, other elves you control. We have 0 elves, so not in this deck. At least we got the nice rare. Is that the only rare we got? Yeah, it's the only rare we got. We could put the Greenwood Sentinel in, actually. Let's cut the other Child of Night, put in the Greenwood Sentinel. That should make our deck more green than black. Hurts on the Murder end, but it makes... So I probably will cut the two-headed... I'd probably cut the two-headed zombie. Is there another format? No. Let's keep it at that. So we have so this is a good fit. 10 and 8. So we're mostly green. Double black should not be too much of an issue. We only have 2 spells that are looking for it. Then I guess we got this one. So we got Logari, good stuff. Nothing too great. This is as basic a draft as it's ever gonna be. I guess I would rather have the Greenwood Sentinel. I could actually just cut one Talents in favor of the Oaken form here. There we go. Because we only really need 1 Talents per se. Now let's see if we actually do well in this one. Let's hope we don't lose too much. I don't want to lose 3 in a row. I don't want to risk going back down to silver and limited. Limited is my preferred format. Okay, so we got 2 drop into 3 drop into a potential boost with Rabbit Bite backup. Rabbit Bite on Daggerback is really killing. So we got something here. So definitely Forest. So the Forest Highland game, Tired Blade. We have a sequence. We have a plan. And our opponent has Good with the Cowl, also has a plan. So what I would like to, if our opponent runs into something big, we're gonna play the Daggerback. I think our opponent's gonna drop something on 4 right now. We could use another land to act for Skeleton Archer to be live. No rush though. Okay. The interesting thing is, let's skip on that one. I can actually just play the Skymarch Bloodletter now. Force our opponent to have something. No attacks. Yeah, opponent seemed to stall out a bit. He probably has a bunch of big drops here. So here comes one. We're a little bit delayed on the Basilisk plan, but still waiting to see what our opponent has. No, normally in constructed, well, actually I am worried about Pyromancer's Cage. That's probably the one removal I can think of. Take Vengeance is also another removal. Ooh, Hungering Hydra. Perfect Basilisk Fodder. Also can't block flying, so we are in control. And if I suspect something's up, I can just block with the Highland game. He might have his own Rabbit Bite, and so do I. Waiting for him to... Colossal Dreadmaw, that's probably our real target. Oh, you even have Murder too. So we don't have the mana to do everything. Okay, so I'm gonna keep things hold out a bit. So at least we got. It's a good thing I did take one. Should I have taken? I'm actually regretting not taking the second one. I'm trying to remember what did I take instead. I think I took a second druid. He's got his own rabbit bite, so well at least we used our rabbit bite first. Falcon, sure. I'll just take the hit from the Hydra and just murder it. He's also out of cards. Yeah, he could use something though. No. I might be in trouble if our opponent does have an aura. This is the color pair that usually has auras. We might have to race. If it gets to that point. Giant spider. Okay, we're suiting up the bloodletter. Let's take one. Take two. Yeah, let's take two. Okay, got our mana. So at least we get to hit for 5 before Take Vengeance becomes an issue, I think. If he has something like Mighty Jump, it just blocks it for 1 turn, so that's probably not the case. I think we can rush this. Okay, here comes the Luminous. Oh, it's okay. So our opponent's tapped out. I might be willing to just take the damage here. He actually suspects I have Titanic. Well, not quite. Well, I now have Titanic Growth. So, I guess. No attacks. Let's play the Tornhide Wolves. It's the more realistic play. So I'm gonna be taking one in the air. Not bad. I'll probably swing at both. This Titanic Growth my way out of danger if I have to. Opponent has something. A second Luminous Bonds. I am suspecting that's a... Oh, Talons of Wildwood. So it's 3-5. One, sure. I'm gonna swing with one because I didn't. I'm gonna see if he blocks. Okay, he's gonna block. It's just gonna bounce off. He doesn't have enough power. So. And Skeleton Archer to seal the deal. Okay. If I really am in emergency, I could Skeleton Archer my own Highland game. He's gonna buff his Rustwing Falcon again, but we can start going through here. Opponent has Bristling Boar. I'm willing to swing with both of my guys. I even have the Titanic Growth to seal the deal. Just gonna suit that up. Okay, so keep bringing the knight away. Let's swing with these two. He could just choose. This deals any target, so actually I have the win. Okay, so he's willing to trade, so I have to buff Skeleton Archer first. Then Archer number 2 aims for face. Actually, skeleton. Oh no, that only affected instants and sorceries. So I was thinking of Pestilence Spirit, one of the cards from Ravnica Allegiance. No, not quite broken, but it's still something. I guess you could just say it's a really good card. Trademark. So 1 win up, so far so good. Having a decent 2-3-4 plan is okay. Am I sorry that I don't have a decent 5 drop? I do have decent 5 drops. I don't have a decent 6 drop. Not yet. That doesn't mean that there aren't any cards that wreck us, but it just means that we have to keep pushing out our plan earlier. So, interesting plan. Dagger back Basilisk into Rabbit Bite. One more land to activate Skeleton Archer. I would prefer to draw one of our cheaper cards, but I guess land into land is not too bad. It's a bit slow though. Basilisk can hold back stuff. I'm gonna keep this one. And okay, we also got Hired Blade, so I might actually just run the Hired Blade if our opponent is any bit aggressive. Goblin Instigator. No, it's actually quite slow. So no reason to Rabbit Bite. I'm just gonna run out the Hired Blade on our opponent's turn. Bogart Brute has mana, so change of plans. Let's not do that. I'm trying to. Yeah, there's Lightning Strike in the format. Do I want to just run the Basilisk and Rabbit Bite the Bogart Brute? Because I'm just one land short of being able to Strangling Spores this guy. Let's pass. I want to see if our opponent has any other thing with haste. Heroic Reinforcements is gonna be the one scary thing. It will trade with our Hired Blade. He probably doesn't have it. So I'm not... So I'm gonna take the hit. Let's see what he's got. We don't have the removal per se. Starcrown Stag. Yeah, let's just play this one. In fact, we could Rabbit Bite. Okay, we're kind of short on the mana. Am I willing to just Oakenform Hired Blade and swing now so we can start racing? I think realistically, I'm just going to Rabbit Bite Starcrown Stag. Then just start trading. We're one land shy of Strangling Spore, so we know we can answer this guy. Just need the land. Fingers crossed. Opponent's probably gonna drop something at 5, so we might have a problem there. Pegasus Spore. Oh, not too bad. Wait, it's not over yet. Tree. Come on. Now the question is, yeah, I'm probably okay. So we got our 4th land. I'm gonna actually just swing with the Hired Blade first because I can Strangling Spores as an instant if I have to. So hit. Skeleton Archer doesn't do much here. I'm actually gonna just end the turn here. Let's see what our opponent might do. Something like Suit, Sky Scanner. Okay, I guess that's worth hitting the Bogart Brute now. And we have a target for Skeleton Archer, so that's good. So our opponent's gonna start dinging us little by little. He might have another card. If he drops down a 2-drop, let's say Caval. Oh wait, he's looking at our card. Take Vengeance. Not sure. So let's ding the Sky Scanner. We actually have mana for Thornhide Wolves. I want to hold on to this because this is also a destroy target creature. Yeah, let's Thornhide Wolves first. I think I can safely afford to take 2. Okay, wait for this. I'm just waiting for him. Okay, so the flying creature, more flying. Let's see, what's he got with 5 mana? Something big. Something nice and juicy. Tormenting, okay. Ton of lands. Does he have a nice tree drop? Luminous Bonds. Okay. So I guess I'm just taking out the Sky Scanner right now. So we're just gonna keep getting dingy one at a time. I might have to suit up the Archer. I'm starting to notice that Luminous Bonds is potentially underdrafted. One previous draft it was quite big. Okay. Not too shabby. I might just Oaken Form. Oaken Form, then Daggerback Basilisk. That will hold the Line Breaker back. I'm trying to avoid using Lich's Actually, I might have to Lich's Caress the Courser. No, I can still race it. So, yeah, he's gonna ding for 1. So, let's ding back for 6. He doesn't have the mana for Divine Verdict, so we're okay in that front. Okay, we're drawing into more lands, but at least it gives us options. Sorcery. So we're gonna swing with the Skeleton Archer. Does he have a response? Not yet, so we can kind of race. Let's play the Basilisk now. So we're gonna take 4 in the air. Actually, we could take... Again, I'm still worried about his heroic reinforcements. We could take 6, 7, 8, 9... Actually, we're... Okay, Luminous Bonds number 2. I'm gonna take 4. I'm gonna just Caress the Line Breaker, maybe? Cavalry Drill Master. Itself... I'm probably just gonna do it to the Courser. Because this guy can hold back these 2 all day. So we go down to 4. Okay. We need the safety. This only gives us the same as Oak Form, so we're gonna hold back on that. Yeah, Luminous Bonds, my one bane of M19. I probably should be playing it also, but last few drafts I haven't exactly been given a lot of white to play with. Am I willing to take 5 just to hit back for 5? No. I might just actually just trade with the Line Breaker. Have another Skeleton Archer somewhere. That takes care of the Drill Master. And then some. Opponent's thinking if we have a potential Naturalize. This is best of 1. I did keep a copy. Might be worth it, I suppose. Something to think about. Star Crown Stag, so blocker doesn't help. Nope, that's good. So I am going to... So I'm suspecting I might have to main deck the Naturalize. Oh, he did have their heroic reinforcements after all. Yeah, so one of the realities of Best of 1... Actually, there's several articles about this, that the way we have to treat Best of 1 now... Did I even keep a Naturalize? Yeah, I have a Naturalize. I'll take that. And I might actually drop one of the Druids per se. Yeah, let's drop one Druid. It's not like the best card in the whole pack. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the one Naturalize I have. It's kind of necessary. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yes. Reality of Best of 1 is some of your sideboard, some of what we typically call sideboard cards become main deckable, even though we are risking them being dead. So we got a nice turn 2 into a turn 3. So I'm gonna go Child of Night into Hired Blade. Basilisk is great. I'm actually trying to think if I actually had the mana to suit up the Basilisk. Yeah, that's... I probably could have done that. Well, it wouldn't have helped against Starcrown Stag, but at least it was something. Yeah, there's the murder. So, what? Again, green-white seems to be the flavor of the month. I'm gonna go with the lifelink because we actually have Oakenform to be doubly annoying, and at least we get something out of the mix. Revitalize seems to be a constructed card. Thanks a lot, Teferi. Pegasus Courser. I'm not gonna murder it right off the bat, but I will Oakenform the Child of Night. It baits out the Luminous Bonds, which it is unfortunately a 2-for-1 against me, but at least I have other creatures I would like to rather keep than Child of Night. So I'm gonna lose this. I'm probably gonna lose this guy. Thanks a lot, White. You're the best. Okay, 4 mana. Actually, a Starcrown. Oh, Talons of Light. Oh, we have a race situation. He might actually also have Take Vengeance. It does answer this. Ooh. This might not go well for our opponent. Well, unfortunately... Is this murder worthy right now? Let's swing first. Let's play the Centaur Courser. I don't think it's murder worthy quite yet. I'm waiting for him to put something like Candlelight Vigil. Rocks Oracle, so I will basically trade, but at least he gets cards. Yet, murder worthy at this point. The flip side is, I could also just murder the... Oh wait, I don't have to murder. So because of that, I have a big cushion. Yeah, he now has to answer the Child of Night. He's probably gonna hold back the Courser, so it's gonna eat the murder. I'm probably gonna lose the Child of Night at this point. Yeah, it doesn't feel good to have to use a good removal spell on this, but he has to. Oh wait, he's gonna have to use 2 removal spells? And he's gonna hold back the Pegasus Courser. Spring Falcon, so... Okay, finally, 4th mana. Let's murder the Courser. He can suit up the Falcon now, but at least I get a free hit. Well, actually he can suit up once because... Yeah, it'll use up all his mana just to pay and suit up. He might, if he has a better card, he probably will just use that. Yeah, there you go, Giant Spider. 5th mana means... I kind of feel bad going all in at this point, but our opponent now has to top like a creature. He probably won't have the mana to rebuy this. Well, he might have a cheap creature and he can rebuy. So there's a Starcrown Stag, but he can't rebuy, so I'm gonna swing. So I'm gonna trade there. I'm gonna play the Basilisk first. That means he will be forced to play a threat. Actually, I'm hoping he would play something than just some... Well, even if he manages to remove it, there's the Luminous Bonds. I'll show him the Hired Blade. I could have just played both, but, well, those are the breaks. Yeah. Good game. It turns out an unanswered 5-4 with lifelink is pretty good. So, okay, not decent. Paradise. Well, it is a knight, so there are some interesting potential interactions in the future. Not bad. 2 wins, 1 loss. Wonder what. Actually have several videos in the back burner. They're all limited because that's the one format I like playing the most. It's gonna be kind of tough for me to get back into constructed. Okay, at least we have a turn 3 basilisk into a turn 4 horns. And we go first, so we have that advantage. So let's play the forest first. In fact, we can do turn 3 basilisk. If we have enough mana, we can swing in Titanic Road at the same time. Or actually, Rabbit Bite Titanic. Oh, Greenwood Sentinel, so I could just swing in Titanic Growth now, especially if he puts a cheap. Let's see, is it cheap? Nope, Cavalry Drill Master, that doesn't do much. Actually, okay, I might just pass because we are short on green mana. I'm going to just hold these guys back. So I'm waiting for him to suit up the Novice Knight. That's pretty much what that's the only reason you run Novice Knight. You have something to suit it up with. So Rabbit Bite on Novice Knight's pretty good. Sigiled Sword. Oh, there's something. I'm still gonna Rabbit Bite the Novice Knight. Because I'm not gonna wait for him to suit something up. I don't exactly have. Actually, wait. Let's see. So this is a +2/+0, and oh, it creates tokens. But it's +2/+0 in vigilance, so I kind of want to. In fact, I want to swing with both. Because this guy has vigilance, so I can at least, if he equips, I can at least trade this one with the Drill Master. More realistic. Okay, he's actually going for it. So he's gonna get a 2/2 Knight. I'm gonna trade these guys off. I'm hoping for another green source. At least Rustwing Falcon, so at least I'm not too stranded. Okay, there's our green source. So I'm gonna. Actually, let's see. I'm gonna swing first, see if I can bait. Because the problem now is he can just equip this on the Rustwing Falcon and does nothing for me. So it's kind of a waste, but at least it cuts down the number of tokens I have to deal with. But now I need to have some sort of removal. So it's definitely gonna just equip this. I'm gonna take 3 in the, so we have a race now. I'm gonna take 3 in the air. Vanguard. So thanks to triggers, the Vanguard doesn't go live yet. Oh wait, is it attacking? Oh, it's attacking. Okay. Let's see if he. Okay, he doesn't have the pump, so at least the tokens don't stack over time. I'm also going to offer the trade because I do have. I'm going to start offering trades now. Basically, if I can simplify the board, it saves on thinking. Now, it does become a disaster if he does have an enchantment for this one, but let's see. So at least we're kind of racing. Let's see. Does our opponent yet again have Luminous Bonds? Actually, the smart thing for our opponent, well, he is actually just going to attack up here. He might be better off just casting a creature. Ooh. We might have a problem. Did I use Murder? No, I just used Rabbit Bite. So I'm going to block this. I'm going to take a bit of damage. And we're still land shy. So I'm going to take 3 damage each turn. Actually, I could just die here. I'm still trying to bait a trade, but actually I should have held one. Oh wait, oh no, oh good. Is he gonna equip with this one? No, he's gonna actually just equip the Angel of Dawn. Yeah, that makes the most sense. I can still block the ground. I'm probably gonna just block the token. Okay, so I'm probably not gonna win this one anytime soon. Even if I draw... Okay, so at least we have something to block on the ground. Fortunately, I used my Rabbit Bite. My only hope is Lich's Caress or Murder. Take Vengeance, takes out the... Well, I only had one Rabbit Bite, so that was not an option. Highland game. Unfortunately, I will take the 5. Even if I block with this one, it's no good. I could have lost earlier if our opponent did... I guess our opponent was worried we had another Titanic Growth or whatnot. But now we allowed our opponent... Actually, our opponent being able to do mono white. Yeah, serves him quite well, actually. So, say good game. Not enough to save us. In fact, because this is triggered, we don't even need mana. What the heck? We were kind of dead on board anyway. So... We're probably not going to do another sealed anytime soon. We only got 2 wins. I really need... Actually, just need 2 more. What are the odds? Anyway, let's keep going. I'm kind of regretting not getting the spider, I think, but... The artifact was an issue. That was a very good pull. I had one naturalized. I did main deck it, but... Well, it was not in the cards. I'm also notice this is my 3rd anti-white. Well, not green-white. This would just be not my 2nd. No, I think so. No, that was mono white. So I'm gonna keep this one. It's a bit slow, but we do have 3 drops and something to answer Luminous Bonds if our opponent is yet again playing white. Now, watch me draw Naturalize on my opening hand only to face an opponent that... Oh, green. Okay, so there's some potential enchantments. So we're gonna go Bloodletter into Archer. Oh, green-blue. Or Lieutenant. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. At least I can race him. So I'm gonna take 2. He's gonna... So we're going to be trading a little bit. It's depending on what our opponent has in next turn. Definitely going to take the 2 damage. No doubt about it. It's just a question of what does our opponent have in response. He's going to have a 3rd turn plan. Hopefully something with 1 toughness. That would really be great. Otherwise I can just run the Basilisk. Actually, I can even just run the Archer, ping the face. It speeds the clock up a little bit. Omen Speaker. Okay, at least we can gum up the board. Actually, I can... Yeah, we can gum up the board that way. So, opponent's scrying 2. See. So, at this point, what I'd like to see... Oh! Opponent did not like what his future held. So, I could actually hold back the Archer, just play Centaur Courser. Let's swing first. Kinda regretting not getting that 2nd Bloodletter. Because at this point, Courser answers these guys easily, and just waiting for opponent to drop something cheap. Usually, on turn 4 with these lands, it's either a big 4-drop, that's the usual, or smaller, or 2 smaller 2-drops. That's also possible. So opponent... If our opponent swings, I block. It's a given. Because it takes 6 to pump. So... Actually, I'm going to swing with the whole team. If he's got the counter spell, so be it. I still take out Torn Lieutenant. Gonna plummet that. Okay, so that's okay. And he's gonna double block this. Oh, he's not gonna double block. Okay. So we hit him for 3. Then I guess we now hit Skeleton Archer. I could have played the Basilisk also. That also holds things back, but... Unless our opponent has a ton of, no, Weight of Memory is in Dominaria. Even with plenty of Sifts, I still would not run Reliquary Tower. I'm trying to think if there's a card that lets you draw X cards. Not in this set. Yeah, Reliquary Tower is there basically for Commander. It's not for set. Marauder's Axe, and this equips for 2. So it's probably gonna just equip the Omen Speaker. So that's a 3/3. Holds things back. That's okay. In fact, I can double swing if he blocks. I just nuke the Marauder's Axe. Let's go for it. Because my other alternative is I want to kill... Well, I don't want to kill the Horn Lieutenant just yet. Let's see. He's going to block. Let's nuke the Axe. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And we play Daggerback Basilisk. So 5 mana. Yeah, I guess 5 mana is kind of perfect. Between, yeah, I kind of want to have be able to play 2 things at a time. 2 mana, 3 mana. Let's see what the opponent's got. He's gonna have something big. Usually when you're playing blue, you have a bunch of early game delay, set up your board. Your late game is where your big blue is. Well, he also could have blue flyers. I just haven't seen any yet. We don't quite have lethal on board. In fact, one thing we could do is, if he plays the 6 mana and hopes to just hold it up, I'm going to just swing in Titanic Growth. As it is, our opponent is... If he has a land he has to play it, he has to represent the ability here. The fact that he's thinking hard now means he doesn't hit it. He's gonna change Dagger back into something... Yeah, I would change the... Well, I guess that's fine too. But I probably would change the Dagger back. That's the one thing that kills everything. I'm never gonna play Blanchwood Armor while this is alive though. So I'm gonna swing with everything. And the nice thing is, he blocks with Torn Lieutenant. 3/5. I Titanic wrote the Ox. That nukes his creature base. And then the next creature he plays just dies. And the Transmogrifying one doesn't really do anything because it only happens on his turn. He can play something and nuke it. I just have something that can nuke his, so he needs to have more than one creature. I'm trying to think that Blanchwood Armor is kind of like wishful thinking. Well, but then again, we do have more... It's kind of balanced, but we do have more forests. Let's see, opponent has to have something, or else it's a good game. I just swing with the entire board. Sleep is sorcery speed, so that's not it. Probably could have something with flash. So I can take him down to 1. No. I'm trying to... The flash creature is at 5 mana. Wait, he could have, yeah, this one. This just buys him a turn, draws a card. Sure. No harm, no foul. And Transmogrifying one's gonna lose its last charge. I lose my Daggerback Basilisk, but I will now be free to Blanchwood Armor as soon as he uses this up. So nice rare. It's just sad that you literally only had 2 creatures. I'm really curious what the rest of your deck is though. Divination, draw 2 cards. Yeah, things are bad if you're drawing cards now. He could have a Root Snare. Okay, 3rd mana. Dagger is own Dagger back after this. Let's put our opponent out of his misery. It's quite... I don't know how to say if it's quite unfortunate. Our opponent literally played 3 creatures the entire time. I don't know what to say. It's also... I'm just going to assume that he did hit all his land drops. Well, I did hit all my land drops too. I honestly don't know what to say. It's quite possible that he didn't draw his early creatures. So here we have the same problem. 2 lands, literally no action until turn 5. So this is an auto mulligan. Yeah, this is better. Even if it's just Child of Night into Rabbit Bite. At least we have something to do early. That said, I'm not impressed with this one. I would like to draw Oakenform. Okay, kept 7. I don't think I want the swamp yet. Yeah, watch me say no to the swamp and draw Murder. So let's take the swamp now. Our opponent's not played a 1-drop. That's kind of scares me, but let's go for it. Child of Night. Let's see if he has the shock. Wait for it. Here. Oh, no shock. He looks okay in his hand. Pyromancer. Okay, I'm going to just Rabbit Bite the Pyromancer and start swinging. There's the Murder. The reason I'm just doing the Rabbit Bite now is because I don't have Basilisk. The only other thing I can take out is a 3-drop with Hired Blade. Ooh, it's kind of aggressive. Does he have the shock? No shock. Okay, not what I want to see, so let's... Okay, well, this is just gonna trade. Enough said. I could just play the Hired Blade, but I'm going to play Highland Beam first. It's probably the best time to play it. And if it baits our shock out of our opponent's good, I'd rather have him shock the game than the Blade. But now we really could use that 3rd mana. I think maybe not yet. I could still use another mana. Preferably black. Otherwise, 2 running lands would be great also. I think we could survive. Because our opponent's about to approach 5-drop territory. He's got his own Hired Blade. We got our own Hired Blade. Yeah, let's just play our own Hired Blade. If he has the burn spell for it. Yeah, traded Hired Blades. Now our opponent's in 5-drop territory. He drops a Vampire Sovereign. Come on, black mana. Okay, maybe next turn. So we are in real trouble now. I guess the first thing I will play is Rock's Oracle because we really need that black mana soon. Dark Dweller Oracle. Okay, that's fine. It's got... Okay, so it's emptied out. I might have to just play it. I can't keep waiting on it forever. Oh no, he's got the shock. He had the shock. Oh well. At least I gained the life buffer. I had nothing better to do. So I'm gonna loot. He's probably gonna shock it. So next turn is really gonna be Rock's Oracle. Okay, Skymarch Bloodletter buys me time. I'm probably not gonna take out the Sovereign. I'm just gonna chunk block the Dark Dweller. So yeah, 5 mana was the key magic number. I need to trade the board down because he is low on resources too. Yeah, that's right. I'll play the Rock's Oracle because I need to draw into a card. Sure, I will take 6 damage, but I can murder the Sovereign. I can murder then Greenwood Sentinel, so I have that option at least. Let's see, does he still have something? Temperature of Blood. So I might have to let the Bogart through. Okay, let's naturalize this guy. Greenwood Sentinel. No attacks. We're literally on the defensive right now. Just waiting for our opponent to run out of resources. So one shock kills me, but that's literally all I got. I could have also just traded and I have to go for it. Thing is, my life total is really low. I'm just getting myself out of shock territory. Now this is the one matchup where I feel like Naturalize is not good. Okay, Hornhide Wolves. 6 mana. I guess. Now let's see if we can catch up before our opponent drops some big flyer. Oh, Doom Dissenter. Okay, we can kind of catch up. Titanic Growth, sure. And the nice thing is, even if he trades that off, I can still block the zombie token. Am I willing to trade the Greenwood Sentinel just for the token? Maybe? Let's think about it. Okay, got... Yeah, let's trade. Reason I made that scary offer is I think he's at the point where he's only got creatures. No, then again... Oh, Daggerback Basilisk. Okay, so this is good. Time to drop that. Tornhide Wolves. So now we got a race in our hands. Just waiting for our opponent to do something. Let's go. Goblin Motivator. Okay, that doesn't help him. Swamp, that doesn't help him. He's gonna swing. Oh, he's not gonna swing. Okay. Pass. My turn. I'm gonna play the Druid of Thorns. The reason I'm doing this is because I want him to block. That said, it's also possible he still won't block. So, he didn't block? Okay. Okay, so our opponent didn't block. I don't know if it's because I played Druid of Thorn first or because he had something next turn. Hard to say. Anything's possible. Well, we're at 4 wins, so we definitely can do sealed again. So, mission accomplished. But now let's see if we can get further than that. Wow. But definitely, I will do something that's not sealed for the video after this. So you will see this video. You'll see me do the sealed right after. I'll do the sealed right later, but I'm actually gonna... Maybe it's just a quick pet video. Well, no, not a literal pet video, though I do have 3 dogs. No, more of... I have this one deck. It's basically Sultai colored, so it's black-green with a little bit of blue. It's basically put my stuff in the graveyard, have some cards that reanimate. And my key card there is some Muldrota. Okay, so this is a definite keep. We have plays. Druid of Horns barely did anything, but then again, it is a one-off. I did shave the second copy off. Guess it's okay. Actually, that last game was a bit of a nail-biter. And here we go, right... White-red, again. Gonna play the... Let's play the black. I'm not... It skips this one at least. I'll play the Courser first. Oh, and the nice thing is I can ping the Motivator with Archer turn after that, so... Opponent seems to be stuck on lands. Let's take advantage of that moment. Gonna play the Courser, even though it's Lightning Strike material bait, but I wanna save the Daggerback Basilisk for as long as possible. That one literally holds back a lot of things. Okay, I feel sorry for our opponent now. So I'm gonna Skeleton Archer the Motivator, get it out of the way. He might have a pump spell. Okay, I didn't have it. So I'm probably gonna hit for 3, then lose the center courser to take vengeance. But at least we're on the offensive and we can Rocks Oracle next turn. So opponent finally got his 3rd land. Let's see. Rocks it in Line Breaker. That's perfect. I'm gonna play this one. I want to draw a card. I'm willing to trade. Our opponent is the more aggressive deck, so there's that. I'm willing to take the damage now, for now at least. Okay, and we have something better, and we have something better to play next turn. So yeah, let's offer the trade. Our opponent's just Luminous Bonds this one. Oh, Knight's Pledge. Second Knight's Pledge. You know what? I'm just gonna swing at everything because I can still attack with Dagger back anyway. Okay, he's gonna block. He's holding up a response, but you know what? Let's trigger it. Let's see what he's got. He's probably got his own pump spell. He needs to defend this one. He can also take out Rocks. Okay, he's trying to take out the Rocks Oracle. So he's gonna lose Rock Breaker. Line Breaker. I could not pronounce a single thing today. What's up? But at least the shock went there instead of the Basilisk, so that's good. And we now have our 4th win. So far, so good. We're only at the time of this recording, we're only 4 days down to the end of the preseason, so I'm not holding out for getting past gold, both for constructed and limited. I don't have a tier 1 deck. I just haven't had the time to invest the cards in it, and I need to save all the wild cards for all the other video content I produce, so I guess I'm just gonna be gold for life. Well, it's not too bad per se. I'm happy with gold. Sure, I get to lose, but I get to see it. At least I get the gear spinning in my head. I start thinking, okay, how does the net deck tick? What makes it work? What makes it not work? What are the cards I want to have against for it? What are the cards I want to have to protect my game plan and whatnot? And even what game plans I have that don't really work at all. That sort of thing. So it's a bit slow, but at least we have the turn 3 Centaur Courser. To be fair, I think our opponent was supposed to be the faster deck a while ago, but stalling on 2 lands for that many for 2 turns really hurts. Okay, we're not the fast deck today. I'm gonna play Swamp in case I draw a Murder and I really have to cast it. Quite somewhat dubious in turn 2 limited, but always better to have the option than to not to have the option. I do know there's an Essence Scatter in the format, so at least I know our opponent's not going to be playing that. Let's see our opponent play some sort of flyer. Or not. Okay. I might actually play the Basilisk first. Because our opponent didn't have the Essence Scat. Well, he could have. I was running the risk that he just drew it then, but okay. Now this one is swing worthy. If he trades with the dagger back, that's okay, I guess. If he trades with the courser, that's even more okay for me. So I'm gonna end the turn here. He's gonna swing into a Hired Blade. He might have something though, but if he suits up the Star Crown Stag, it just means I have the perfect Lich's Caress target. So there we go. Okay, tap my tap courser. Let's resolve. Now we flash. Now we block. Now our opponent might have a pump effect, but oh, he didn't. He's probably gonna play another creature, so I'm going to Lich's. Well, it really depends. Daybreak Chaplain, that's not Caress worthy. It's got 3 blue mana, so this definitely not a pump enchantment. Bounce Spell, Disperse. That's perfectly fine, I suppose, but Dwindle. Okay, so at least I have a blocker. I also still have the Naturalize if I need it, but I might probably need it for something else. Gonna hold back on Lich's Caress, not worth the Daybreak Chaplain. Opponent's also stuck on white. That might change. Oh no, it's still stuck on white. Frilled Sea Serpent. Luminous Bonds. Okay, that's fair. So he's gonna slightly catch up on life. Let's see if he can draw that. No blocks. He's gonna gain the 1 life anyway. Okay, it's murderable, but yeah. Let's hold things back. I want to be able to respond to any big stuff he does. At this much mana, Star Crown Stag. Okay, that's a murder target. So this is going to be a really slow clock. It's going to take me 10 turns to hit our opponent. But the thing is, at this much mana, okay, there's the double white. Let's see what he's got. Snapping Drake. Okay, that's... Oh, Skymarch Bloodletter. Let's swing with the Basilisk, see if he's willing to trade. He probably is. Why not? Okay. I'm willing to trade the blood. Actually, no. Even I'm not willing to trade the blood. I'm gonna block this one though. Okay. Herald of Fate. That's my target. The interesting thing is, our opponent probably should hold these 2 back. Because if I hit once with just the Dagger back Basilisk, Skeleton Archer can answer it. So let's see what our opponent does. Well, if he has something to suit this up, that might be a problem. Okay, no blocks. So he's gonna hold it back though. Oh, Exclusion Mail, counter attack. Okay, he's buying time. It's perfectly reasonable. No, he's not gonna cost Skymarch. But I will play the Basilisk again because he's seen that. I will play the Child of Night. I will swing with the Bloodletter. I'm actually at the point where I'm willing to just throw away the Courser. If I'm going to protect one card, it's probably gonna. If I'm gonna use Naturalize, it's gonna be in the Tornhide Wolves. Opponent's down to his last card. Manchwood Armor. So he's now forced to block. He will probably trade the Basilisk. I'm gonna end the turn here. I'm probably gonna lose this to take Vengeance. Nope. I guess that's game. There we go. Opponent took a while to get his gears going. Usually, you really want the early game. He had early game cards. He just didn't have them at the start. It's hard to say what makes a hand that you should mulligan or not. You really need to know the deck list. You really need to know what the win conditions are and whatnot. So it's hard to judge. The only rule I have is, if your opening play is, if I draw into this, that's probably not an opening play. You should mulligan. Okay, so here there's no ifs. It's a turn 2 Greenwood Sentinel into a turn 3 Bloodletter or Courser. Blanchwood armor to support later. That's a definite keep. I guess the conditions are, do I have all my colors? If I have all my colors, maybe I'm just missing one for the double symbol. Still perfectly keepable. So now I want the fourth land for Archer to go live. Perfect. This is perfectly fine. It's green-white again. It's flavor of the month, everyone. Opponent's going to 3 mana Satyr Enchanter. I am willing to trade. I don't think our opponent is. So he's gonna take the 2. He's not gonna trade the Enchanter. Well, the only reason I didn't trade the Enchanter is if I have nothing better. So I guess I will do Bloodletters. Interesting thing, if our opponent decides to put something on the Enchanter, Basilisk can hold it back. Well, Luminous Bonds. Well, he did Luminous Bonds this instead, so that's perfectly fine. I still hold back the Enchanter. I can actually Rabid Bite if I have to, but let's offer the same trade again. I'm gonna hold back the Rabid Bite. If the last game taught me anything, it was there are a bunch of creatures with 3 toughness, so at least having the Centaur Courser out answers it. Okay. Probably should have played Basilisk at that point, but okay. I can string with the Courser. They'll force me to trade with these 2. He'll lose the Enchanter, but I have the option to Rabbit Bite the Spider afterward. Let's see how he does it. Nope. Okay, so we'll go back. I really wish I had the 1 more mana, but so we'll just play the we'll play the Basilisk first. I doubt I'm gonna surprise anyone with Tired Blade. So we're a bit of trouble. We're stuck on lands. Thankfully, we have plenty of things to do. So opponent's drawing tons of cards. Satyr Enchanter paying off. We'll take the 2 damage. Oh, tons of Wildwood. So it's got 3/5. Here's the thing. Luminous Bonds is not the best answer. So he will be able to buy back the Talons, but at least we get to swing back. And that's my only Rabbit Bite, so I have no interest in keeping that alive. I have an interest in drawing another mana. Please. There you go, thank you. Now, question is... Okay, Blanchwood Armor doesn't do anything. Skeleton Archer is interesting. I might hold back for the Hired Blade. It's a bad 2/1. He probably has to... But I have to... I have to give it up. I can't just... I have to see if he has it or if he doesn't. So here comes a bad trade. So another land, so at least I get to play Tornhide Wolves. So the interesting thing here is I'll most likely lose the Wolves to the Baylot, but at least we're answering things one by one. I'm just waiting for our opponent to drop another Dreadmaw in 3, 2... Oh, it's Luminous Bonds. Okay. So our opponent managed to draft all the Luminous Bonds units. We'll take the fight. We can suit up with Blanchwood Armor now. It'll just end up being a trade. I would much rather have Oaken form. Oh, wait. So he knows this is a trap. Okay, he knows it's a trap. So I'm gonna play the Bristling Boar. He'll probably trade with his Bristling Boar. I'm just... Well, one, scared that there's a 4th Luminous Bonds. For some reason... Well, it's possible he just first picked these all throughout. Well, this is prime removal. Okay, he's gonna buy it back, so... I can still trade this off though, even if he pumps it. It's most likely gonna put it on trade off. The nice thing is it. So if he attacks with both, I just trade voice, take the 6. Oh, I got Centaur Courser or something. Oh, that this guy's on dagger. Okay. No, it means he can suit the dagger back up, so but that's okay. I'd rather face a suited dagger back than a suited than a suited Baylot. Druid of Horns, he can buy it back. Oh, Gallant Cavalry. This is the nightmare. Oh wait, he's offering a trade? Yes, please. I'll take the trade. I'm hoping for another land. Okay, maybe not, but this opens possibilities. So first off, I am going to have to worry about the 3/3 token. But I can suit up with my own bigger thing. The likelihood of him having a 4th bonds is... It's not impossible. It's just scary. It's still frightening. So I'm gonna... Oh no, he's got the 1-2 punch. So I guess this might be the end of it for me. I cannot afford to take 6, 7. I cannot afford to take 10 damage. Can I afford to take 6? Let's block this first. I don't know if I have the blockers for this, but let's see what we got. Okay, got our 4th land. So, thing is, Blanchwood Armor gives us a creature anyway. So I'll just play that. Unfortunately, so what was gonna happen is I can Titanic Road something, but yeah, this is a good game. I don't have the bodies. I really wish I had the Naturalize now, but I don't have it. I could swing with this, but it... No, he would have just chumped with the token. So that's the end of this run for me. So I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna block this one. So this is more than Xaxis. I'm gonna block this one just to make a statement. That's a good game. I had the trick, but not much. It's hard to beat triple remove. I had my own removal, just not enough. So that's the end of our run. But at least we accomplished what we set out to do. So, and let's be fair, 6 wins is not bad. I'm more than happy to claim this. Well, I would have liked another pack, but there we go. That's the end of this run, and it's quite good. Let's open what we won first. Another murder, not bad. So, oh, clan caller, not bad. So that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And yes, we got Breeding Pool. I can buff up that deck more. If you like, yeah, let me know in the comments what I would have done, what I should have done differently. I feel like the first 2 games I lost, mistakes were made. But all in all, I'm quite happy with the run and what we did. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time.